Hi and welcome to Watch the Time and my initial review of the Sinn 104i. So this is the version, as you can see there, with the indices. They also do one with Arabics, and this is just the plain black dial. There is a green dial special edition one, which I'm not overly keen on, and there's also a white dial version which looks quite nice, but I don't really do white dials. Now if you've already seen my previous video, there's going to be a lot of repetition in this, but basically I sold about a dozen watches in my collection to get this watch. This is kind of a step up in price, quality, etc. for me, and this is my first German watch. It's my first high beat movement watch, and it's a bit of a grail watch for me. I mean, I know for some people this would just be a beta watch, and that's fine. For other people this will be unattainable, and for people like me this is kind of getting close to the top of my budget of what I'm prepared to spend on a watch. They retail for about £1,300, about $1,500–1,600. Second hand, they're pretty close to that. They hold their value pretty well, and if you buy second hand you've probably lost all the money you're ever going to lose on it. I bought this second hand for less than £800, and you know, I think I could probably recoup most of that in a few years time if I decided to sell it. As you can see, it's a pilot watch, but unusually it's a 200 meter water resistant pilot watch. It's super legible, and with the syringe hands and that second hand that goes right out to the edge, it's really clear on telling the time. And I find myself, when I'm telling the time on this watch, I wouldn't say, oh, it's about 10 past. I'd be saying it's 8 minutes past at the moment, because it is that accurate. Lovely clean dial, got a day-date computation, nicely framed. The word Sinn, automatic, in obviously German for automatic, and made in Germany. I really like that. There's nothing about the water resistance on it. It's just a lovely watch. I'll do the dimensions as well just quickly. So we've got a 40mm case. The most important thing about this, in my opinion, is the lug. It's 47 lug to lug, and we've got just 12mm thick with that double domed, or that domed crystal, and it's a sapphire sandwich, so we've got sapphire front and sapphire on the display case back. So yeah, 12mm thick and 20mm lug width. So I think the balance of the watch is just perfect, and when you see it on my wrist as well, I think you'll agree, it just suits my wrist absolutely perfect. There's the back showing the movement. It's a lovely screw down case back, all brushed steel, whereas the rest of the case is all high polish. Some details about water resistance and anti-magnetic and shock resist and things on the back there. A nicely detailed movement. It's the Solita movement, and you know, whilst that could be a bit of an elephant in the room, I think these are quite highly reworked movements. I'm going to show you the accuracy of mine. Okay, so I hope you can just about see that. This watch was synced to this clock, which is UTC and UK time, 5 days ago. After and I did a check on it, and it come out 0.0 seconds per day out. But after about 5 days, it is running at about a second fast in 5 days. So you're talking a watch that's well within cost specification, you know, well within Rolex. It actually comes pretty close to some of my quartz movements. It is absolutely deadly accurate, this, and I'm so pleased with that, because when you're buying a second-hand watch, you can look at the condition and the, you know, are there any marks on it or anything like that, and the date of, you know, the date it was bought, and you can sort of speak to the person that's selling it and get an idea from them. But what you can't ever tell, you know, is how accurate it's going to be, and this one is deadly accurate. I mean, you know, to be less, you know, about a second out after 5 days is fantastic, and the fact that it's ever so slightly fast just makes it perfect. We've got a bisexual rotating bezel, and as you can see, it's a countdown timer, so it's got real world usage, in that if you want to set a timer for 5 minutes, you just put the 5 on the minute hand, and then when the minute hand gets the triangle, your 5 minutes is up. Yes, you can do that with a dive bezel the opposite way round, but I just think this is perfect. I use it only just for things like for timing car parking, food, you know, when I'm cooking. It's just a really useful watch. And that's what, along with the 200 metres of water resistance and the day-date complication, really legible dial, make this, in my opinion, one of the best just everyday watches that you could use, bar none. It's even got Fantastic Lumo. I'll put up a loom shot here, as you can see. We're not quite Seiko, but we're certainly giving Citizen a run for their money in regards to the quality of the loom, and it goes through the night absolutely fine. I've woken up at 3:30 in the morning, and very legible. And the loom triangle on the top there, gives you really good orientation. A nice big blob of loom on that second hand, which is gorgeous. It's just everything about this. Signed crown there. So, with regards to accuracy of this movement, absolutely fantastic. And I know the special edition has the ETA movement, and some people prefer the ETA movement, but you can't grumble with a watch which is running within a second in 5 days accuracy, and it's quite nicely decorated. We've got some blued screws, etc. So I've got no problem in the fact that this has got the Solita movement. Some people say the Solita is a better movement, others say the ETA is the best movement. I don't know. I've got an ETA and I've got a Solita, and to be honest, they're both fine, so I haven't got an issue with it. I'm just going to pop it on the wrist and show you what it looks like on my just over 7-inch wrist. And there it is on my 7-inch wrist, and it's just the perfect size for me, in my opinion. This is my sweet spot. A 40mm watch with a 47 lug to lug. It's just absolutely perfect, and really suits well. I got it on the leather strap. I really like this leather strap. I wasn't keen on the stitching, but I've come to sort of quite like it and enjoy it, and it breaks up the strap a little bit. Got the Sinn logo there, and it's really comfortable. Really like the strap. It's really comfortable. It's really compliant. It's conformed nicely to my wrist. And I absolutely love it. So just moving it away there, just to get you that sort of lug to lug distance, that all important lug to lug. And you can see there, it's a fairly thin watch. I'll happily wear this as a dress watch. It'll go under a cuff quite nicely. It's a shorts and t-shirt. It's a jeans and t-shirt watch. It's a suit and tie watch. It's just, I think, one of the best everyday watches you can get for not a stupid amount of money. Yes, I know it's a lot more money than a lot of people will spend, and the watch that I've actually been wearing today does almost all of it for less than 20 quid. This was a £15 watch, brand new in the box from a proper shop, not second hand or anything, and it's a Casio, so it's reliable. It's 100 metres of water resistant. It's got crap loom, to be honest, but that's the downside. But there's two watches there that pretty much do the same thing. One's 15 quid, one's 1300 quid. But I still think it's good value for money, and I'm really enjoying it. I love the styling, which is what drew me to it. I just love everything about it. It's an honest, genuine design. It's made in Germany. It's precision. It's got the anti-magnetic, the anti-shock. It's almost like the G-Shock. It's like the automatic version of a G-Shock, isn't it? Just absolutely love this watch. A definite keeper. So there you go. That's my initial review of the Sinn 104. Absolutely fantastic watch. In my opinion, this is a watch you can't go wrong with. So like, subscribe, leave comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.